As people that work for the checkoff or with the checkoff, how do we help tell the farmer's sustainability story? You know, Shannon, you gave some really great examples on kind of the things that you do. How do we best do that? What do we need to be doing better or more of?
I think one of the unfortunate things about all of us in agriculture is that traditionally we have not shared our story at all. So I think we all need to be willing to just get out there more, and whether it's in person or on social media or whatever avenues, to just tell our story and tell exactly what we're doing. If it's appropriate, welcome them to the farm. Just being transparent, showing consumers, showing other farmers exactly what we're doing, so then they might become more interested, and just telling them exactly what we do. We want them to have healthy, families themselves. So I think just becoming more comfortable with tooting our own horn. I think agriculturalists are humble people, and we can tell our story without bragging. And I just think that's something I need to encourage everyone to do who has any part of the agriculture story, whether you're on the farm or you're just a support system for the farm.
On that transparency note that Shannon was talking about, if we're willing to share some data and put some data behind that, I think that makes our story that much more impactful to different audiences. Yes. That will resonate with different audiences.
Yeah, I think you both make excellent points. What we say in Maryland is we may not grow a lot of crops, but we grow a lot of consumers. And what we've learned through our outreach to local communities is that people really want to know about where their food comes from and what you're growing out in the field and why you're doing what you're doing, whether it be a conservation practice or something at the end of a season. And so being able to have those connections with your local community is really important.
So Catherine, as somebody who helps bring together these entities, at what level of focus do you put on kind of not just that farmer education, but what's that outreach components that you're kind of working through?
From a traditional research role, we don't necessarily always think about that consumer communication piece, but it's incredibly important. And so one of the places where we're working is really trying to bridge this gap between supply and demand. And so we have customers that may be consumers, but maybe like a precursor to a consumer that are asking for things. How do we help translate those messages back to our researchers, so our researchers are doing work that is going to provide a product that meets that goal, the thing that they're asking for? And can we do a better job with that two-way communication, also letting our customers understand what our researchers are working on, what is the new and up-and-coming things that they're thinking about and they're looking at, it, and really bridging that supply-demand gap.
That's great. Well, I appreciate all the things that you guys do for the checkoff, the soy checkoff, and U.S. farmers, and really appreciate the time that we got to spend together, and look forward to continue to work with all of you in the future.